992 arguments, 992 with justified. 992, I'm sick of you.
One of the things I get an awful lot on my channel is Jehovah's Witness, or in some cases a Christian, will come on the channel and leave a comment with an argument for their case. Usually it's going to start with something to the effect of, I can show you that you're wrong, or you don't know everything, or even these questions aren't that tough. When I respond to their argument, they're either refuting their argument or state why I don't agree with their statement or point out logical fallacies in their comment. The vast majority respond with something to the effect of, your heart is closed. You're blinded by Satan. You can't understand the answers I give you. You'll never admit you're wrong, etc., etc., etc. The question I have for people who respond that way would be, what makes your argument so flawless, so fucking perfect, that the only reason I could find fault in it is because there's something wrong with me? It boggles my mind when shortly thereafter they tell me that my ego is too big, that I have to be right, when essentially they're saying that their argument is so perfect, so indisputable, that there could not be any single solitary thing wrong with the argument to be pointed out. Has it ever occurred to you that maybe the argument you're giving me isn't the perfect argument? Have you ever thought that different arguments work on different people, and maybe the argument you're giving me doesn't exactly strike the right chord with me? Could there be actually something wrong with your argument? Now, if I were to say that George W. Bush was the worst president in the history of the U.S., let's say I pointed out examples of the Iraq War not being successful, loss of jobs, and the mortgage crisis, they seem like good arguments, and points could be made about these facts to show why George W. was a horrible president. However, if someone responded to me that the Iraq War was successful and had the data to support it, showed that the loss of jobs was actually due to a bursting dot-com bubble, and the mortgage crisis was actually the effect of a previous administration's policies for loans, what would you think of me if I answered them with, you're just arguing against my points because you're a conservative Republican? I would say the arguments I presented weren't the right arguments for them, and on top of that, they had refutations to my arguments, so maybe the reasons I'm citing there are not as strong as I originally thought. Similarly, if someone is giving me reasons why Jehovah's Witnesses are the right religion because they go door to door, I know they're not reaching that many people going door to door. They're not the only religion going door to door work, etc. If someone is telling me Jehovah's Witnesses is the right religion because of the teachings, I know that many other religions teach the same exact things. If you're arguing that earthquakes are increasing since 1914, I know that that's not true. These and many others are not the right argument for me. I know contradicting facts, and I have contradicting evidence. Is being knowledgeable having the wrong heart condition? Why do people want their believers to be so ignorant? Do you think that the argument you present should simply be accepted without question? So tell me, what is it? Do you want people to really just accept whatever you're saying without disagreeing with a single thing? Do you really think the argument that you're putting forth is perfect, and there's nothing wrong with it at all? Is it really my fault for finding holes in your argument, or could it be that your arguments just aren't that good? Or maybe they are good, they're just not the right ones for me. Do you think that Christians would have ever thought that Saul of Tarsus, who was persecuting them and killing them, would convert and basically become the de facto leader of the group? But, I don't know, you tell me, leave in the comments, tell me why exactly me disagreeing with an argument has nothing to do with your argument and everything to do with me. Please, by all means. Oh, maybe you can quote some scriptures too, that always helps. Tim Kilgore, signing off.